What's up, guys? Welcome back to Healthy Recipe. Today we're going to be making a kitchen sink burrito. Basically, this is just something I make when I have leftover rice, and this is lentils in this case. So what I do is I wrap everything up in a tortilla wrap and make a nice burrito with leftovers and other ingredients. So this is really something to save stuff from getting thrown away or discarded. And it's a great way to get a really delicious breakfast or lunch early in the morning. My choice of tortilla wraps is not my favorite. I'm currently looking for a good organic tortilla, possibly from Amazon or any of our local stores. If you guys know of a good organic tortilla on Amazon, please let me know so I can try them out. Let me know in the comments. But today, we're just using these regular flour tortillas. They're made by Banderita, and these are burrito size, a little bit bigger, and that's what we're gonna make. We're gonna make a really delicious burrito. Here I have some fermented sliced papaya, and this is something that I make in place of sauerkraut, because here in Florida, papaya grows like crazy. If you guys watch my gardening videos on the home gardening channel, you've seen that I have tons of papayas. So what I do is I slice them, I peel them and slice them really thin when they're green, and then I put them in a 3% brine with some chili peppers and make like a fermented sauerkraut type of recipe. So this is something that I have all year round. Keep it in the fridge when it's fermenting, is outside, and this is gonna add a sour element to this burrito. I have some lentils that I made the day before yesterday, and this is the last of them, and instead of discarding, they're going to be using this really delicious recipe, adding some protein and fiber along with some nice sauce. Is going to add a little bit of wetness to the recipe. Red onions diced, about 1 tablespoon, and here I have some air fried sweet plantains or maduros that I made on my air fryer for another video. If you guys want to check that out, I'll provide the link to my air fried plantain recipe. This is going to add a really nice sweet and smoky element. Has some smoked salt in it when I made it. I got some leftover white basmati rice. This is some arugula and kale from the garden. This one is arugula and this one's kale. And if you guys watch my videos, you know that I grow tons of veggies outside. In the summer months, we can't get arugula and kale, so I actually got a tent upstairs, and I grow indoors for my greens in the summer. Now that it's getting cooler, we have some nice baby greens coming in outside. This is my own homemade hot sauce. And then I'm using, we got both cilantro and culantro. So the difference between the two, I'm going to show you guys. This is the broadleaf culantro, also known as shadow benny in the islands, and is a little bit tougher. It's got like these little pointy sides on it. Let me see if I can get that to focus. But it's got like these little pointy sides in the leaves. It's stronger flavored as to opposed to cilantro, which is more delicate. I have both, and they're just starting to grow now because it's getting cooler, so I use both in this recipe. We just dice it up and throw it in. It's gonna add some nice herbal flavor, and that's basically all the ingredients that we got. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get to chopping with our cilantro and our kale, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, so normally with kale, what I would do is devein it. I would remove these center stems, but this kale is really tender. It's very young. I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna go ahead and dice the whole thing. About 1/2-inch cuts. Nice and loose like that. Set that aside for a minute. Now we're gonna go ahead and dice our cilantro. Kind of like a fine chop. run your knife across it a couple of times so you can disperse all that flavor throughout your burrito. And I love cilantro. I don't like buying my herbs and stuff that I can grow. In the summer months, you know, anything that's green outside here in Florida, everything dies because of the intense heat. So I started growing indoors so I can have my cilantro during the summer. Now it's getting cooler and I can grow it outside again. I'm really, really happy about that. So that's pretty much it. As far as the chopping, everything else we got pre-cut. So we're gonna go ahead and build our burrito. Show you guys how to fold it and all of that too. All right, so first thing that's gonna go on the base is gonna be our lentils. If you don't have lentils, or you know, you have beans or whatever, it'll work just fine too. You can use hummus for this. It's really, really good for you. It's got a lot of protein. And add a nice amount of lentils. And this is gonna add some wetness to the recipe. About 2 big tablespoons. Well, this is probably more than tablespoons of rice. I'm gonna go ahead and add beautiful air fried plantains in. Nice fermented papaya, and this tastes kind of like, if you could think of a pickle. It's kind of vinegary and salty, so it's a beautiful contrast with that sweet plantain. Plantains are kind of like a banana. Now we're gonna add some of the kale and arugula. Arugula adds a nice peppery bite to it. Cilantro. We add some of my favorite homemade hot sauce. Then, last but not least, some onions. You're getting a whole bunch of nutrition in this recipe because you got raw onions, you know, you got your kale and all that, and it's a nice combination of ingredients. The only thing that's really not that great for you here is this flour tortilla, but if I can get them organic, I can do a lot better. So basically, to wrap this, you do both ends, just like that. And you're gonna fold over like this, and then you're gonna tuck it. You're gonna pull that in tight, nice and tight, and then we're just gonna roll it. And that's how you wrap a perfect burrito. You tuck these little odd ends in to make it nice and uniform. See? Leave those tuck in nicely. And look, it's perfect, right? So now, what we do with this is we slice it at an angle. Go ahead and slice it at an angle. And there it is. There is our burrito cross section. Not the prettiest of all colors, but I can guarantee you that it's absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate it and come back, give it a taste. There we go. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe and like and share so we can continue growing healthy recipes. And I'll see you really soon on the next one. All right, guys, so here is the moment of truth. I'm gonna go ahead and give this beautiful burrito a taste for you guys, let you know how it came out. Wow. Oh my God. First thing I get, the little sourness from the hot sauce and the fermented papaya. Then I get the pepperiness of the arugula, a little bit of the heat from the sauce, and the sweetness of that Maduro plantain coming through. So it's a little bit sour and sweet at the same time. The lentils add a nice smoky flavor with the cumin in them. Wow. Absolutely delicious. Don't ever be afraid to use them leftovers, wrap them up in a tortilla, and make them into a burrito. It's well worth it, and you get yourself a free meal rather than throwing food away.